After a foreclosure in Alabama, the most critical thing for you to do to be able to stay in your house is to take that foreclosure deed and, in essence, to rip that up, throw that away. Well, how do we do this? Well, normally we do this by a consent judgment. That's a judgment that both sides agree to. You agree to it, the mortgage company agrees to it. And by mortgage company, I mean Wells Fargo, Chase, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, Bank of America, whoever it is. And so you agree to approach the judge and say, Judge, we all want you to enter this judgment against all of us here. And the judgment says the foreclosure deed is void, the foreclosure itself is void, and everything goes back to the way it was before the foreclosure. Now when we say void, and we're talking about in legal term, that means it never happened. Okay? So it's a little different than what sometimes mortgage companies, when they realize they've been caught doing something wrong, they'll say, hey, I tell you what, we will rescind the foreclosure. Well, that does not necessarily mean the same thing as voiding the foreclosure. I know in our cases, when we're settling these, we want the foreclosure voided, okay? And it's done through a consent judgment. And so, while we cannot literally go to the probate court and tear up that foreclosure deed, this order from the judge, whether it's from federal court or state circuit court, it sits on top of that foreclosure deed, and it says in essence, hey, you see a thing below? It's meaningless. It never happened. It's void. So we've talked in other videos about really 3 ways or 3 requirements to settle your case after a foreclosure if you want to stay in your house. We've got to void that foreclosure. We have to enter into a loan modification and then a settlement agreement. So if you have questions about these and you're not represented by a lawyer and you live in Alabama, feel free to call us, 205-879-2447 or alabamaconsumer.com. You can read articles. You can also contact us through that website. Thank you.